All right, good morning, folks. Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and again, we are back at the ODF and W office, and we're going to be doing some more volunteer work. Today, we're going to be putting together some seed. They're going to have a helicopter come in tomorrow, maybe. The weather's problematic, and it's going to pick up the seed and plant a field that's up in the mountains. And it's a field that they treated a couple years ago and killed off a bunch of plants that are not native and were encroaching on the native species, and now the field is now ready to be replanted with native species. So I'm here with Jake, and we're gonna load up the truck with some seed. That's the start for the day. Here, let me get a little bit more underneath. There we go. Apparently I got to do more work. One guy said he didn't see me do any work in the other video.
What?
So I got to work harder. You got to work me harder. I didn't do enough work in the last video.
Okay. Well, this one you'll hopefully
Either 50-pound bags?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're just gonna stack them wherever. Right?
Yeah, put one there and then I'll slide this over against it.
Okay. Good.
So that lid doesn't come
Throw a couple more on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose whatever we can't put in there, we can just bring back. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, guys, well, we got up here to where we are going to stage the seed. This isn't where it's going to be applied. There is a big field here that is Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, and they maintain this field for, you know, elk, mule deer, birds, and such. But the seed itself is actually going to go up onto the hillsides. There's been a lot of non-native plants that have come into the area over time that are not really good food sources for the elk and deer and the birds. So they've taken steps to try to remove and kill off a lot of that. And now they're going to reseed that whole hillside with a helicopter tomorrow, and if the weather holds for us. Now, the seed itself that you saw us pack into the truck that we're going to stage here was donated by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. So that's really cool of them. And so if you're a member of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, you get to see a little bit of your dollars going to work right here with the purchase of this seed that ODF and W is going to spread on the hillside.
Get it by the headache rack. So I was going to move a few so we could slide it out a little better. Okay, here. Looks good enough. Good place there. Yeah, and then we'll throw a couple of rocks on top of it or a ratchet strap and keep it closed. Yeah.
Get something to hold it down. Yeah, I think if you just strap it down, I mean, that'll keep the rain off of it.
Yeah, for sure. How's that look? Great.
Good. I think that's a lot better. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That one corner was just a little bit janky, so
wonky.
I think now that should hold everything good and
Good enough.
good enough.
Okay.
All right, so we got the seed staged, and cross our fingers that we can get the helicopter in here tomorrow to start seeding. All right, so we're just back real quick. We actually took more seed up than we could fit in the tote, so we're just going to really quickly throw this back in to the shop here so that it doesn't get ruined, and then we're going to off to another project, which I know you guys love campfires, so you might like the next project.
Big campfire.
Big campfire. used to than I am.
Yeah. And these chains aren't long enough to cross, so we just go straight to the D-ring. This is for you over there. We'll just sit on them for a while. We got half a tank, that's plenty. And let them burn down, especially since they're closer to Dayville, in case ODS gets phone calls or anything like that.
All right, guys. Well, we're off to go make big fire.
Lock up, and then we'll be ready to hit it. And you can shove shit down there too if you want.
Gotta make sure we got our Grizzlies granola.
Hey, I want to try it. I'm breaking my fast for those dogs early.
All right, guys, so Jake's opening up the gate. We're heading up into an area that is currently going to be closed here pretty soon. It's actually closed right now in this particular spot, but there are a lot of locations that do get closed throughout the wildlife unit during the winter time, just so that the animals don't get harassed and they can help them survive the winter time. But we do have some slash piles we're going to work on right now. Gotcha. All right, guys, well, this is the first brush pile we're going to work on to burn today. There's actually a couple others. I think there's some over here. You got some down this way as well. But check out this view. Like, is this an amazing spot to be sitting and working today? I think so. All right, so you just put a bunch of fuel down there. So what you're using is like old motor oil or something like that?
Yeah, mostly it's like a kerosene and a diesel mix so that it won't evaporate and won't be really volatile like gasoline would be. So it'll sit on the wood and get it going, as opposed to gasoline will just give you a big poof and won't really catch things on fire too well.
Right.
Got my torch upside down, but that should probably go.
Looks like it's getting there. Simple pimple. All right, so we've got a couple fires going right now. I just got that one started. Hopefully it's going to get going. The other one's going really well. But so these slash piles are junipers that they had already trimmed and cut down. And they wanted to clear this area of junipers anyways because they're just a little bit too overgrown in this area. But they used the junipers in another project. If you guys followed me back in the spring or late summer, I'm sorry, it was late summer, I went and helped on a project where they were putting in beaver dams on a little creek. The junipers they took out of here are the junipers they took and used on those beaver dams. But now we got these slash piles and we need to get them, you know, all gone and burned up to clear this area completely. All right, guys, so this is a proper campfire. It is really raging. That one took off really well. We're having more of a struggle getting this one started. It's just a lot wetter. This one here had some really good dry wood, so it just lit and torched right off. Look at that sucker. So anyways, we're gonna keep working and see if we can get some of these other ones, smaller ones started, but we are struggling. They weren't as easy as this one. Maybe let's try the lee side here because I feel like the wind blowing on us while we're trying to light it is working against us.
Yeah. fizzle out. We'll go up the road to the other big ones. Maybe we'll have more success like that one.
Okay.
You can't get down in there with the torch.
Right.
It's running behind you.
I think if you can get like a legitimate fire going. All right, guys. Well, we're starting to get something going here. We've got 3 piles that we think we're going to get going. This last third one here is going half decently. We kind of have 3 things here that are going against us. Is A, we probably didn't bring the best torch out. We could have brought a better torch. B, the stuff is actually still just a bit green, which it was all cut down like last winter sometime. And then the third thing is we had rain last night, so everything's superficially wet on top of it. First pile took off, thought we had it licked, but the other ones that we've tried to start have all fought us, and we've really only gotten 2 or 3 altogether that we think we got burned. Some of these might just have to sit a little bit longer and dry out a little bit more, and then they can come back, the following winter here and start them off, and then they should do pretty good. So still pretty cool, still a beautiful place to be up and stand, and we got to kind of basically now sit and watch the ones we do have going, and I doubtly they're going to expand or go anywhere, but we still have to keep an eye on them. Just a little burner, but she's going to go.
Got a base for sure.
There we go. Since we're going to be hanging out here for a minute and watching these fires burn down that we've started, while this one is also still fairly small, so we can get in there to it, Jake is carving us up some hot dog roasting sticks.
That's right. Get the dogs going. Great lunch break.
Yeah. ODF and W lunch break. Go torch off some brush piles and eat some hot dogs. Man, I tell you, it is hot. Stick is probably 6 feet long and I'm still getting too hot. Almost there though. I'm almost cooked. All right, well, I think that's as hot as I'm gonna get mine. I couldn't cook it any longer, even with as long as my stick is here. As you can see, it's almost as tall as I am. I couldn't get any closer to the fire. All right, guys, well, we decided that fire is too hot. In fact, I think I even got a little sunburned trying to cook my hot dog there. So we're gonna go down to one of the other fires that may be not as intense right now. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Run away. Nope.
Toasty.
This one actually got ripped.
If we stay down here, then the heat's blocked from the thing here.
Oh no!
Lost soldier!
Lost man down! Party foul!
All right, guys, well, we had one man down. I lost one, but now we've got a properly cooked hot dog on a proper campfire. So my face is a little sunburned from the fire, but I'm gonna enjoy this hot dog nonetheless. All right, guys, well, we're not just eating hot dogs, we've got some other things as well for lunch. The other day I met up with Whit from Grizzly's Granola. We had a beer and exchanged some goodies. I gave him some Primal Outdoors coffee, and he gave me some of these really delicious cashews that they make at Grizzly's Granola, plus he gave me some granola, so I'm gonna munch on these a little bit. They're not a sponsor, just Whit's a good friend, and I like to give him a shout out every now and then because he brings me granola. You wanna try some?
Yeah, let me try some. Never had some before. Yeah, great.
Yeah. They're super addicting.
Oh yeah. Got a little sweetness to it too. It's good.
Yeah. So, thanks again, Whit.
Thanks, Whit. ODFW approved.
ODFW approved. I don't know if you heard that. All right, guys, well, we've been just kind of hanging out all day. We've had to wait for the fires to kind of burn down a little bit just so we can get close enough to them to be able to do any more. But it's been a lot today, just kind of moving between the three different fires that we had and just continuing to shove more stuff in as it burned and it burned down, and we could get closer to it and just kind of keep tidying it up. So it's been like that for most of the day. Been a great day. Feels good to just be able to do some work outside, and like I said earlier, the views here are very spectacular and just real enjoyable, and we lucked out with a nice day because it did rain this morning, but it's been very pleasant out here to work. And of course, when you got a massive fire, you're not getting cold, so that's been great. But anyways, guys, it's been, like I said, been great to be out here. Really enjoyed it. Tomorrow we've got the helicopter maybe coming in. We still don't know about that. It's a little bit iffy, and we'll have to see if that works out, but that will be maybe another video. For now, I hope you guys enjoyed this one or had some fun with it, and if you did, please do give it a like. If you have any comments or questions, leave those down below, and we'll see you guys again outside.